All right, next part we're going to look at is computer and voice basics. So the computer and voice basics are behind Jarvis, the application, and the selection I chose was Snowboy. I'm not going to go over configuration at this point. I'm going to just cover basic usage and where we ended up with it. So the application itself, Jarvis, will start on boot, so there's really nothing you need to do there. But you will, if you do any changes, we'll need to start stop. So you open up a console, you run the command Jarvis, enter, and if it's not running, you will see this one, which gives you an option to start. Just does configuration, commands, plugins, you name it. Really good package by Alex. At this point, we're just going to start, and we're going to show the basics of Snowboy's setup within Jarvis and how it works. We're going to show in troubleshooting mode so you can see.
Starting control console. Systems online.
So behind it, the voice I chose. Now there's also a lot of different text to voice options out there. I chose tried to as close to vanilla as possible. One that has some configuration to it. The initial was a very robotic male voice, and with Elite Dangerous Python, the female voice that comes in default didn't quite match. So tried to find a British female voice in a synthetic form. So there you go. It worked in that sense. You can also set to male, and as well as really get into the inflections of the voice and so on. So there's a lot that can be played with that. I just got it to work and go. What this is running on is a Raspberry Pi. The latest Raspberry Pi 3 so far works very good. A lot of software packages installed, including TCL, a compiled version of it. So we have SQLite 3 that's built in, a SQLite browser package configured just out of apt-get, set up on it. The Jarvis package is mentioned before, and a lot of other packages. So the basic commands, the ones we're going to show here is hello. In order to activate the computer once it's running, you see it's sitting here as it hears its voice. Hello. Hello. Same. Welcome to your first false positive. The tone and inflection when you record your words needs to be mirrored. So the way that you say the word needs to be fairly at the same pace. So consider that and keep that in mind before you start recording and setting up your own trigger words to recognize yourself. We're going to go ahead and start again. So entering the command, you have to say call the name. In this case, I named mine computer. 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 Hello.
Word of my homeboy. How has the thugs life been, Commander?
Goodbye.
Okay, see you later, Commander. Standing by for further instructions.
So a lot going on in the background. We'll get to how it's all configured. The basics is with Jarvis, it has a configuration file that you can go and add commands and words to, and nest words and commands and so on. Again, very simple, very easy to do, great setup, very flexible. And with that, I've given or set up a command called random reply, where you can go to the database and set up the different replies that you want for a given request or command, or run a command. So what it's become is a database that drives the configuration for Jarvis. So it gives people that aren't into Unix and using Unix editors, it gives more of a user interface that I thought was quite usable. So we'll see more of that later. So that was a bit quick basic run over for the how it works in interaction. Um, we'll do one more. Computer list. So here it listed out all the commands that it has. You see hellos at the top. Hello. And the timeout. Another false. Scroll a bit. And the different nesting of the commands. You have shutdown. Ones with arrows next to them means that they are replies to a command prior. So you can give a word or a keyword. I find that short, concise words work best. Too short becomes a problem. If you try to trigger a word such as a, you're gonna run into a lot of problems because that sound shows up everywhere. So having a concise word helps. Short, really short phrase, word or two also helps to distinguish what you're going for. But the longer the word, the more false alarms. Here, let's see forecast. Computer. Forecast.
Options are today, tomorrow, or fall.
Today. Today.
Forecast for Port Ludlow, Washington. Showers, below 7C.
So there's your forecast interface. This one uses a plugin with Jarvis.
Options are today, tomorrow, or fall.
Tomorrow.
Forecast for Port Ludlow, Washington. Sunday, periods of rain. High 13C. Winds SW at 10 to 15 km/h. Chance of rain 70%. Rainfall near 6 millimeters.
So there you go. Showing the forecast option. I'm going to give it a second just to time out. There we go. Yeah, go back to sleep. So now you can talk and do whatever. Typically, you have to have a bit of silence before you use a trigger word, which is a nice little safety. One more. Let's do a shutdown. Jarvis. Computer. Computer. Shutdown.
Initiating systems shutdown. Say either authorize or abort to proceed.
Abort.
Aborting system shutdown sequence. Standing by for further instructions.
Shutdown. Shutdown.
Initiating systems shutdown. Say either authorize or abort to proceed.
Authorize.
Provide authorization passcode.
Floki. Floki. Oh, you're ignoring me now. We'll try it one more time. Computer. Shutdown.
Initiating systems shutdown. Say either authorize or abort to proceed.
Authorize. Authorize.
Provide authorization passcode.
Floki. Floki. Alright, I guess we'll use the word Floki as our word demo for recording one. So there you go. There's the basics, how it works and interacts. To start and stop, you have it your shell window. You can Control C. We'll exit it out. I was going to have it shut itself down. But as you can see, the words aren't syncing up there. So we're going to want to record the word Floki and make sure that for the noise level of our environment and all of that, that it's close enough to the same to what it's going to hear and match. Another one of those sensitivities of Snowboy. There you go. Have at it. We'll talk to you again soon.